marketing for Coconut Bay Beach Resort and Spa and Serenity at Coconut Bay in beautiful St. Lucia. And we have a $50 prize that we will be giving away from My Booking Rewards.
Awesome. Thank you, Natalia. And we also have a lovely Jade. Jade, I'm loving your t-shirt.
Very bright. It's very cold here. It doesn't match to the surroundings, really. Hello, everybody. My name is Jade, and I'm the key account manager for True Blue Bay Boutique Resort in Grenada. And super excited to talk to you about it today because I absolutely love the property. And I'll be giving away a £50 or €60/dollars prize today through True Blue Bay Rewards.
Awesome, Jade. Take us away.
Thank you. Share my screen. I thought I'd get quicker at sharing my screen, but it still takes me a minute. Okay. Perfect. So, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to be talking about True Blue Bay Boutique Resort in Grenada. It's a wonderful four-star, family-friendly and family-owned and run operated property in the heart and soul of Grenada. And just to mention again, in case you don't know who I am, please note down my details. I am Jade and I have the true pleasure of looking after this wonderful hotel. I am the account manager in the UK and Europe. There isn't actually any representation anywhere else. So if you're in the US, across the pond, anywhere else in the world and have any questions, I'm really happy to help any travel agents at all. So please do reach out to me. So focusing on the UK just for this, because obviously across the pond, the airlift is actually much better for you guys. But some exciting news that Virgin Atlantic actually now fly 3 times a week from London to Grenada. So they have 3 flights a week that go via Barbados from London Heathrow, and British Airways have 3 flights a week from London Gatwick as well that alternate between St. Lucia and Antigua. The beauty of that is that it makes twin centres in the Caribbean really easy. We're seeing a lot of twin centre stays between the Caribbean. It's very easy to do 5 nights in St. Lucia and then Grenada, for example, with the way that those flights work out with British Airways. So please do bear that in mind. Well, I'll start with a short video on Grenada. Although I'm talking about the hotel, it's really important to understand Grenada as a destination and what it has to offer for your clients. So let's take a little look. So there's just a small snippet of Grenada, and I think it's quite amazing if you're not too familiar with it because it's so green, it's so colourful. There's rainforests, there's mountains, there's waterfalls, and amazing beaches. So there really is a lot to offer your customers in Grenada. And Grenada is actually made up of 3 different islands. Grenada just happens to be the biggest out of the three. It's also home to Carriacou and Petite Martinique. So anybody that wanted to island hop essentially and see some different parts of Grenada, it's really, really easy to do that either by boat or you can take very short flights as well to the other islands. We will actually be building a True Blue 2 in Carriacou, which is so exciting. So that's going to take a couple of years for that to kind of take place. But once that's up and running, the idea is that guests can do a bit of a multi-stay between the one in Grenada, and we'll have our own boats that can ferry guests back and forth between Carriacou and the original True Blue in Grenada. So that's going to be amazing. Any details that we get that I can share with you, I absolutely will do that. And then looking at the Fielden family who actually own and operate the resort. So you can see the photo of them there. So it's a mum and dad and their 2 daughters and now some more grandchildren. And they are there every day on resort, you know, doing everything that they can to make this the wonderful place that it is. They purchased the hotel in 1998 and they've had it ever since. It had just 7 rooms back then and now it's a 70-room property with so much to offer. So looking at it on a map, so I mean we're 70 rooms, but we're spread out alongside this lovely part here. So we've got a little bit of a beach, we've got this lovely waterside area, and the location is really fantastic. We're just 10 minutes from St George's International Airport and the main town of St George's itself. So it's a really good location and a short transfer. We're also right next to St George's University. So if you come out of this hotel and turn left and walk about 10 minutes, you start getting to restaurants and bars. And one of my personal favourites is called Containers Park, which is some old sea containers that have been converted into restaurants. And it's a really nice place to go and hang out and really experience some local culture, which is just a 10-minute walk away from the property. So I'm not going to read all of these out, but just to point out some of the facilities that we have. So even though we're 70 rooms, we do have 4 different swimming pools. So we have a main swimming pool in the centre of the resort, which is the rum pool swimming pool. So that's right next to the rum shack bar and right near to the beach. So that's kind of where everything's going on. We have a lap pool and then we have 2 quieter pools as well. We have an on-site bakery, which is amazing. We've got a treetop yoga studio. The resort does very much focus on wellness, and it's really nice to have those options for guests to do these activities on resort. We've been making lots of changes as well. We're always looking at ways we can improve things for guests and what else we can add to the offering. So we will be adding a waterside cafe right down on the water next to the restaurant as well for this year. So we have one restaurant, but we're going to create this lovely waterside space where guests can come and get a light lunch, some snacks, some coffee and some drinks, and they can enjoy that down by the water as well. So that will be ready at the end of next month. Again, so as soon as I can get some images or more information on that, I will share it with you all. And turn up service is something that we do at the hotel. So we do offer 3 different meal plans, which are bed and breakfast, half board, and all inclusive. All of the rooms actually have some form of a kitchenette. The bigger the room, the bigger the kitchen. But it's quite handy to have, even if you're on all inclusive, having those facilities in your room is amazing. But whatever meal plan you're on, every guest gets to enjoy this turn up service. So instead of turn down service with a chocolate on your pillow, we simply ask you to turn up and we will give you rum punch and some lovely food as well. And it's just a really nice way to meet some other guests, chat to the hotel team. You can even book excursions from here. And it's a real nice place that people kind of meet together before having dinner or going out for their evening plans. So we offer a lot of added values into our rates. So even on bed and breakfast, guests are getting these as long as they're staying 7 nights or more. So we offer 2 shuttles to 2 different beaches in Grenada. So whilst we do have a small beach, Grandance Beach is the most famous beach in Grenada. It's absolutely beautiful. It's about 5 minutes away, and our electric vehicles will transport guests there and back throughout the day if they wanted to spend the day there. And we also offer a transfer to BBC Beach, which is a little less known, and it's actually my personal favourite. The water's a bit calmer, it's a bit quieter, and it's a really nice beach to explore. If anybody is familiar with Grenada, it's close to Mount Cinnamon in terms of location. We also offer 2 complimentary yoga classes at our yoga studio, and it's just such a wonderful space. It's open windows, open air at the front. You can just hear the sea breeze and just really take a moment to relax. So that happens every morning as well. And you will find one of the owners, Magdalena, there every day taking part in the yoga as well. We offer non-motorised water sports, and we also include a free excursion of the tour of the House of Chocolate, which is located in St George's. So that's a really nice way to go and learn about the history of chocolate and how it's used. You know, Grenada's very, very famous for its cocoa production. So that's a real nice little treat to have a free excursion included as well. And onto room categories, we only have 4 different types of rooms, so it's really easy to remember. So in a nutshell, the true blue lead-in rooms are going to be ones for those that don't need anything fancy, nothing too big. They're probably complete adventurers and explorers, and they're going to be out and about in a car, on the water, and doing all of those kinds of activities. We also offer different types of suites. So if you're wanting a separate bedroom to your living area and a bit more space, then we do have different types of suites, which are our waterfront suites, which give you wonderful views of the water there that you can see. We have a honeymoon suite, our tower suites, which are wonderful. As you come out of the first floor, you've got a lovely spiral staircase that takes you up to the viewing platform. And on a clear day, you can literally almost, well, you can see Carriacou actually. You can see over Grenada. It's amazing. And we also have our Cocoa Pod suites. And then we have Cocoa Pod rooms. So these were created by the owner to be a bit more sustainable. So the hotel have won plenty of awards for sustainability. They really do make such an effort to keep the whole hotel running to a sustainable standard. So these rooms are self-sustaining, they're climate smart, and they reuse energy in a way that's obviously better for the planet. So it's a wonderful creation that the owner came up with, which they've won awards for as well. And then we also have villas, which are very, very popular with families. They're right down by that main rum pool bar, so right in the middle of the resort. And they're absolutely huge. So on the ground floor, you've got 2 bedrooms with 2 bathrooms. And then when you come upstairs, you've got a huge open plan kitchen and living area with a private plunge pool as well. And the beautiful thing about the villas, especially for families, because this is a family focused webinar, it will actually sleep 6 people. So that could be 2 adults or 4 children, or I can't remember what I said that now, 2 adults, 4 children, or 4 children, 2 adults. So it's a really good way to have an affordable accommodation for a larger family in the Caribbean. We also offer adapted rooms, so our waterfront suites and 3 of our True Blue standard rooms have been adapted. So if anybody is a wheelchair user or just needs that rooms with adaptations made, then we can absolutely cater for that as well. I always say this on every webinar, we're almost there to be fully accessible. It just is the spa and the yoga studio due to them being up on like a bi-level, but we are making the necessary improvements to make the whole hotel fully accessible. And this is just an image of the lovely walkway to the waterfront suites. And this is what one of them looks inside, with the lovely views of the water as well. And then here's the entrance to the tower suites. And then the Cocoa Pod rooms that we've learned about earlier. And I love these because the hotels support local community and local artists. And actually, all of these walls have been hand painted by local artists. The art is even bought from Grenada. Our rum bar recently was hand painted. I was actually staying there last year with my family, and 2 ladies had come in and spent 3 days hand painting the rum bar into these beautiful colours. And it is just absolutely stunning. So I love how much as well the hotel kind of support the local community. And here are our leading rooms. Again, you can see that same paintwork. They've just had a complete refresh as well. So I'll just show you this one first. So we've literally just done a full renovation of all of those leading rooms. So there's new furnishings, new colour scheme, all of the appliances have been upgraded and they look so good. A few of them did need to be done, and it's just so nice that every single one of them have been refreshed now. And then just looking at the villas, I was talking about that big open plan space. This is huge. So if you've got that large family staying in here, the size of the kitchen, the seating area and the living room, and just behind this sofa here is where the outdoor private plunge pool is. And I also love that you can come out from the top or the bottom of these. There's a stairwell on the top and straight out. So if you're upstairs and you want to go for a swim, you can just quickly go out that way as well, which is great. And then on to food. So we have one restaurant that serves different themed food every night of the week. I always mention my personal favourites, which is a chocolate Thursday. So no wastage happens in that whole chocolate making process. And one of my favourite dishes is sweet potato cocoa butter mash. I have to say that slowly and then you have to really think about it, but it's so yummy to have like that cocoa butter mixed in with the sweet potato into a mashed potato. And then I had a lovely rack of ribs that had a savoury dark chocolate sauce poured over them, so it's definitely worth trying. And Wednesday is street food night, which is super, super famous, which I will touch on with a video now, because a night in is like a night out on a Wednesday and the whole island comes together to enjoy this experience. And it's a concept that was created by the owners, again, where they support the local community. They invite restaurants to come inside to the hotel, cook the most amazing Grenadian street food. There's a band that plays entertainment into the evening. So you literally get that raw Grenada on your doorstep at the hotel. So I just watched a short video. I saw lots of love hearts there. It is such a great night. So if you're planning this for your clients, please include a Wednesday into their itinerary because it's not to be missed. I'm going to skip through a couple of slides because I'm aware that I'm going to run out of time. So I just want to point out, just recapping on the family friendly points for this webinar. Children under the age of 12 stay and eat for free. And although we don't have a like an actual kids club, there's a kids activity program where there's daily activities for children to enjoy as well. They can even enjoy floating breakfast with mum and dad and have all things like that included. We've got the slide that's about to be upgraded. And I always put my son in here because he had the best time playing in every part of the hotel. And this was him at turn up service, enjoying all of the banana bread and the kid friendly rum punch. And I love to mention how shallow the entrance to the pools are. So it takes quite a while for some of the water to get deep. And, you know, as a parent, while he was 5 years old at the time, I did really appreciate that that was a safe pool for younger children. And just really quickly, if you're not a member of truebluebayrewards.com, please go and check it out. It's, of course, part of my booking rewards, and we offer £10 or one free night per booking when you log a booking of 7 nights or more. We also have amazing agent rates that you can combine with any free nights that you've earned. And we're super generous because we want you to come and stay. We know that you'll fall in love with it when you do. And of course, if you fall in love with it, then so can your clients. So please do check out those rates. And for my agents in the UK, these are our preferred partners that you can make the bookings through. If you're across the pond, you're going to be able to pick us up pretty much everywhere through online OTAs and bed banks. And if you're across the pond, you can also book directly very easily with the hotel as well. I had to rush it a bit at the end because I could talk about it all day long. But hopefully I've inspired you a little bit to think about True Blue Bay for Grenada to your clients. So any questions, I think we'll do that at the end. So make sure they're in the chat. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jade. Any questions for Jade? Pop them into the Q&A and we will answer those. Now we're heading over, not far away. We're off to St. Lucia. Natalia, it's all yours.
Right. Thank you, Sarah. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, depending on what side of the pond you are coming into us from. We look forward to welcoming you to our piece of paradise in St. Lucia. I'm going to jump right in. So, Coconut Bay, on the beautiful island of St. Lucia. St. Lucia is just a short 3.5 hour flight from Miami, 4.5 hours from JFK, 9 hours from London Gatwick, 5 hours from Toronto. And today we're focusing on the family-friendly side of Coconut Bay and what's important for us in terms of where we are in St. Lucia and why you want to send your clients our way. We're only 5 minutes from the international airport, and we are close to all of the top attractions, or what I refer to as the treasures of St. Lucia, because we are on the exotic South Coast. What that means for your clients is no long airport transfers. So once they're off the plane, they can literally be on the beach in just a few short minutes. We're also independently owned and operated, which gives your clients an opportunity to really experience an authentic Caribbean environment. Coconut Bay, for those of you that are not familiar, is divided into two wings. Our Harmony wing, which you see on the left of your screen, is adults only. Our Splash wing on the right of your screen is our family-friendly wing, and we're going to focus more on Splash today. We are a 4-star all-inclusive resort, and we have received many, many accolades over the years, including TripAdvisor Best of the Best, the Good Housekeeping Family Travel Award, and several others most recently that we're very proud of on both sides of the resort. We've also been recognized by the World's Travel Awards, St. Lucia's leading family resort. A big part of the recognition is because of all of the offerings we have on our 85 acres and 1 mile of beach. We have St. Lucia's largest water park, which we refer to affectionately as Coco Land. Our kids club is 50,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor space. It has its very own splash pad. We've got a lazy river, and there's frequently more adults floating around the lazy river than there are children. We have the island's only resort petting zoo and animal sanctuary, the island's only resort paintball course, and the island's only resort kite surfing facility. And yes, I love to see those hearts, so keep them coming. The Kids Club, as I mentioned, is 50,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor space. We also have our very own resort mascots, Coco and Loco, which you see here on the top right of your screen. Now, I will say this about Coco and Loco. People think that they're mangoes, people think that they're apples. We're coconut based, so Coco and Loco are actually green and yellow coconuts. The interior of the Kids Club, which you see on the bottom right of your screen, we had a mural painted by a local artist. We try to support our local artists and musicians as much as possible. That mural was done by Saki, a local artist, and it features the three species of turtles that nest on our beach. So within our Kids Club, when you send your clients, you can rest assured that there is so much for every child to do. And we say whether the kids are 2 or 92. First of all, every child that registers in the Kids Club receives a free, what we call Cocoa Pack, which you see on the top left of your screen. We do not have resort fees. So the Cocoa Pack is included for every child registered in the Kids Club. They get a hat, a t-shirt, a water bottle, a backpack, and our Coco Land Scouts booklet. We have a daily activity schedule in the Kids Club. Our Kids Club does accept babies, so it's 0 to 12 years old. We have sign in, sign out local cell phones, so mom and dad can call and check on little Johnny and Susie if they leave them for nap time, or some parents leave the kids all day, some only leave them for an hour or two. Totally up to your clients as to how they enjoy and use our Kids Club facilities. We also have evening activities for the kiddos 5 nights per week, so mom and dad can dine on their own. And as you see here with one of the photos, excuse me, one of those activities is family tie-dye, which everyone loves to take home. We find a lot of our guests will be wearing their homemade family tie-dye t-shirts. A lot of them wear them on the ride home on the plane back to London Gatwick, or on the plane back to the States or Canada. We refer to our kiddos as little VIPs. We've got lots of spaces for them to hang out daytime and nighttime. I mentioned we have 5 evening activities. One of those is movie night on the splash lawn. We've got camp night, which you see here. We do a hay ride once a week across the property. And we also do a silent headphone party just for the kids. We across our 85 acres and 1 mile of beach, we have the island's only resort petting zoo and animal sanctuary, as you can see here. The island's only resort paintball course, which is great for the teenagers. They love to do that. The island's only kite surfing facility, and kids 16 and up can take kite surfing lessons. And of course, now we have our private oceanfront beach cabanas as well. And this video gives you an idea of what that experience in Splash looks like with all of our family-friendly amenities. So again, you can see there is so much. We do get a lot of multi-gen family groups and a lot of family reunion groups. We tend to be very busy at all of the major holidays. So Christmas, summer, Easter, UK half-term breaks, the Splash Wing will sell out. So you want to book your clients early. Again, 85 acres and 1 mile of beach. So tennis courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts, water sports, snorkeling, kayaking, and stand-up paddleboarding are all included. Yoga, aqua fitness. We have rum tasting 1 night a week, except in October when we do our Rum and Rhythms Festival. I'll talk more about that shortly. Family tie-dye. So a very extensive daily activities and nightly entertainment lineup. So all of our guests, regardless of age, will have something fun to do and see and enjoy. In addition to our extensive lineup of nightly entertainment, we also do two themed dinners twice a week. So Tuesday night is our country and western night, where we bring all of the food and all of the entertainment out on the pool deck into our main stage. And then on Saturday nights, we do our Caribbean Carnival. That's a really great time. When you're booking your clients, you definitely want to make sure that they stay over a Tuesday and a Saturday. The Caribbean Carnival, especially, it includes the steel drum band, the fire dancers, the stilt walkers. A lot of the top performers in St. Lucia and local artists are on display that night, and it's a super fun time to be on resort. Now, our splash accommodations right now, this is the way that they look, but I do want to let you know that we are in process of overhauling our splash wing, and that is expected to be completed by the time we reopen in October of 2026. For those of you that do not know, we close Coconut Bay and Serenity every September for renovations. This year we reopen on October 17th. By the time we reopen, all of the splash wing will be brand new. I did mention groups previously. We do get a fair amount of groups. We're not going to focus too much on groups today, but just so you are aware, of course, we have destination wedding packages. We have vow renewal packages. A group for us is 5 rooms, staying 5 nights or longer. And we do have incredible incentives for the group leader, depending on the number of rooms and number of nights. We get a lot of birthday groups, anniversary groups, family reunion groups. This year, we're even seeing graduation groups as well. We do have meeting space and private event space if you've got clients that do have a group that are coming. So this just gives you an idea of what that looks like. Most of our meeting space and our private event space is actually oceanfront. Switching gears, though, briefly to the Harmony side of the resort, which is our adults only wing, you want to know that if you're sending clients, whether it's a honeymoon, an anniversary, or just a winter getaway, our entire Harmony wing was redone last year. All 125 rooms in Harmony have new flooring, new lighting, new decor, new furniture, but the best part is absolutely brand new bathrooms. And this is what we're in process of working on right now with the Splash Wing. So as of October last year, all 125 rooms in Harmony were redone. Our guests are really raving about the new rooms and the new decor, and we're super excited about that as well. So right down the middle between our Harmony Wing and our Splash Wing is a lot of the resort amenities that are available to guests of both sides of the resort. So we've got 9 restaurants, 7 bars, 5 pools. 2 of our pools are adults only. And as I mentioned, we have St. Lucia's largest water park with the lazy river. So we have got something for the finickiest eater, to the pickiest eater, I should say. And in our 9 restaurants, you also want to be mindful of the fact that not only do we have diverse dining options, but we also have the ability to cater to vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free guests. As we know, we've got lots of guests that have dietary restrictions. And in our bars, we do serve premium and top shelf liquors. And then, of course, we also have non-alcoholic cocktails as well. So our restaurants or bars are situated throughout the resort. If you ask anyone on resort, they will tell you my personal favorite is the Jerk Treehouse, which you see on the bottom right of your screen. That's one of our casual eateries where they serve the jerk pork, the jerk chicken, the fish. It's absolutely fabulous, and you want to recommend to your clients that they stop there. Our sanctuary spa is oceanfront. We do focus a lot on wellness. June is Health and Wellness Month at Coconut Bay. So if you've got clients that are looking for a wellness getaway, you want to send them in June, where we will really put a feature on our spa packages and combination spa treatments. In our sanctuary spa, it is oceanfront. We have 6 indoor treatment rooms. We have 6 oceanfront spa cabanas, which are very popular. Our 2 saunas and steam rooms were both renovated in the last 2 Septembers. They're absolutely stunning spaces. And of course, we have a full service salon as well for our brides to get their hair and makeup done. Our spa is really ideal whether they're doing couples treatments, mommy and me treatments, or girlfriend getaways. Of course, we have a fair amount of bridal parties that will spend the day in the spa as well. So, all of the traditional therapies that you can imagine, massages, of course, facials, wraps, scrubs. My personal favorite is the chocolate scrub using cocoa from a cocoa plantation right in St. Lucia. The scent of that scrub is absolutely incredible. And you want to recommend to your clients that they take some time out during their vacation for a relaxing spa therapy, and they can do so in one of these beautiful oceanfront spa cabanas. I did mention that we do weekly rum tasting on resort during our Caribbean Carnival, which is usually Saturday nights. But every year after we reopen, I mentioned we close every September for renovations. When we reopen in October or sometimes in November, as the case may be this year, um, several weeks after we reopen, we plan a big reopen celebration, which we are calling our Rum and Rhythms Festival, where rum tasting is not just a weekly activity, but it's a nightly activity. We celebrate the rums of St. Lucia, but not just St. Lucia. We celebrate the rums of all of our Caribbean neighbors, Barbados, Martinique, islands all over the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, of course. So our guests really get to enjoy not just the entertainment, but the rums from the Caribbean. So our Rum and Rhythms Festival, this year it's in November. That's a great time to send your clients. I'm running low on time, so I do want to let you know about all of the exciting adventures you have available for your clients in St. Lucia: snorkeling, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, hiking, fishing, diving. Our island is stunning. It is a volcanic island, white sand beaches, black sand beaches, rainforests, waterfalls. Our mud baths are very popular. I won't have time to share this activity video or an adventure video with you, but you can see it on our YouTube channel and even on our website. You can learn about all the activities and adventures available. This is our resort map. When you come in, the very short ride from the airport, you go to the left to Serenity, which we did not talk about today. That's our luxury suite property. And you go to the right to Coconut Bay. You can see all of the amenities here. I do want to briefly go over the fact that you can, as you are preparing to send your clients to St. Lucia, you want to be mindful of the fact that the flights into our island do vary by season. And what I mean by that is we have the most flights coming into St. Lucia during the winter months, and we have the least flights coming into the island during the traditional fall months. That's one of the reasons why we close every September. So from the US, you've got nonstop flights, mostly from the East Coast. From Canada, we have nonstop flights on Air Canada and WestJet from Toronto. And then, of course, from the UK, we have our direct flights on British Airways from London, Gatwick. And British Airways flies year round. It's 6 days a week for most of the year. The winter months, it is daily. So we look forward to that. And of course, Coconut Bay, we support our travel agents and travel advisors. We want you to know if you book direct, you can earn up to 15% commission plus rewards. If you book with your preferred tour operator, whether in the US, Canada, or the UK, no problem. You still earn rewards up to $126 per 7-night booking. And of course, you have to register your bookings at seabayresortrewards.com. So just be mindful of that. We also have our very own travel agent portal on our website. So you want to take a screenshot of that so you can book direct and earn your commission. Of course, we have a North America reservations office that is available to you. We also have our UK and Europe reservations office that is available to you. And any questions or collateral that you need, please feel free to reach out to Inside Sales, and you reach that email at sales@cbayna.com. We are happy to help you close that sale and support our travel agent partners any way possible. This is all of our social channels for Coconut Bay and Serenity. All of our resort videos are available on our YouTube channel, and you're welcome to share them with your clients. And we just want to thank you so much for your time today. We look forward to welcoming you and your clients to our piece of paradise. And anything we can do to help you close that sale, please reach out and let us know. Sarah, I turn it back over to you.
Thank you very much, Natalia. What a great presentation. If you do have any questions for Natalia, pop them into the Q&A and we can answer them before the end. So thank you, Natalia. We're now heading over to Mexico. Carlos, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Buenos dias, everyone. So sorry that I was cut off for a little bit. I couldn't introduce myself. I'm Carlos Aguiarte. I'm the sales manager of this beautiful property, Delta Hotels by Marriott, in beautiful Riviera, Nayarit, Mexico. So let's start with this quite unique property here. As you can see, we're not exactly a beachfront property. We are inside this protected area, which is part of the largest bay in Mexico and one of the largest bays also in the world, which is beautiful Banderas Bay. We're located in a private settlement. As you can see, we just divide our property with another hotel, which is actually from the same ownership. Delta Hotels, probably my fellow Canadian travel agents that here in the presentation know about that. Yeah, it's the same. Nothing to do with the airline. Delta Hotels are actually born in Canada. That Marriott purchased back in 2016. So now all the Deltas that you see are part of Marriott. This one is actually Marriott's very first all-inclusive. This property was already there is an existing property here. It used to be a different hotel that Marriott took over right on COVID. It took over in August 2021, so it's almost 5 years old. The first phase, as you see in your right, the first phase was made of 117 rooms. There were no categories whatsoever back then, divided in these two towers that you see, Tower 4 and Tower 3 in the back. And the ones below that look like bungalows that are actually rooms. They're rooms in next 4 rooms, sorry, in next section. And the plan of the growth for the hotel was in 3 different phases. The second phase became to be with a new one. This one was built, which is tower number 5, is the little tower that you see here, hidden in the jungle, bringing 90 rooms and 6 suites. But most importantly was the aqua park that you see below. Then, the offer grew to 206 rooms and 6 suites. So we continue to work like that until 2024. It was, quite successful, and thank, for the support of everyone. We kept growing, of course, offering more things. We used to have only, for example, in the beginning, only 4 swimming pools. Then with the park, it brought 7 more, plus other amenities. But now we grew even more. I will explain you that through the presentation. So the location of the hotel here in the map, you see Puerto Vallarta's International Airport, PVR, which is in the state of Jalisco. This bay, as I was telling you, is so big, excuse me, that actually divides 2 different states. The state of Jalisco, which is in the south, and that's where the airport is, and the state of Nayarit, where we are located. There's actually a little river that divides the 2 states right after the airport. From the airport to the hotel, which is more or less located in this section right here, it takes about 45 minutes, depending on the traffic and also on the driver. If it's a real Mexican driver, it might take shorter, but normally it's about 45 minutes. And as you can see also, there's other areas with beautiful beaches, for example. And the north point of the bay is the world famous Punta Mita. It's a very upscale destination up there with the beautiful national park of Marietta Islands, which are right in front of Punta Mita, with a fantastic hidden beach, one of the 10 most exotic beaches in the world, according to National Geographic. Below, it's one of the 4 marinas that we have in the bay. This is actually the closest marina to us. And our beach club, because we do have a beach club, is right next to this marina. So, we are surrounded by beautiful areas, a lot of places to go and do things like ranches with a lot of activities. We have Puerto Vallarta, which is our neighbor destination, only 1 hour away, golf courses, and all kinds of different amenities surrounding our area. So in the time frame for flights, because a lot of people still, doesn't know exactly how long it takes to fly into PVR. Well, this is a perfect, example. Of course, from Europe, it's a different story because you have to come through Mexico City at the moment, or Guadalajara or Monterrey, depending where you're coming from. But if you're in Canada, the US, it's from 2 hours up to 5 hours, which is, the farthest part of Canada, or in the US and the East Coast. But, just for you to have an idea about how long it takes for the flights to come in. We work with all the major companies in Canada and the US, except in Canada, we still don't work with Transat, but we do work with WestJet, with Air Canada, with travel brands. In the US, with Apple Vacations, Classic Vacations, Pleasant Holidays, and maybe we hope pretty soon be connected with Vacation Express. But so far, the other ones that I mentioned are the ones that we're working with. So just a quick overview of the hotel. We are located in the beautiful town of La Cruz de Guanacaste. In this case, Nayarit is one of the less populated states in Mexico. There's only little villages or little towns. And the capital, Tepic, which is about 2 hours away from us, has maybe 400,000 people. So, all the areas surrounding Nayarit, in this case, are quite small villages or small towns. So now, as you can see, the offer grew. Now we offer 312 rooms, 286 rooms, and 26 suites now, because we add another tower, what I'll show you in a minute. Amenities, I spoke already about the park. We have a spa, we have gym, we have activities, no shows in this case, but we have, different activities as well. And of course, we offer, areas for weddings and private events, etc. But now, because it's a family webinar, let's concentrate on the family. The room inventory in the towers 3, 4, and 5 that I showed you at the beginning, that's where our deluxe rooms are located. There are 145 deluxe rooms, which are quite large. As you can see, as you know, in Mexico, we use meters, but for the people that don't, use meters to understand better, that's where you can see in feet, right? 2 double queens or 1 king, 2 doubles, maximum 4 people, king bed, maximum 3 people. We have plenty of amenities inside, including a frigo bar that it's kind of like we call it courtesy frigo bar with beer, water, pop, and it's refill every 24 hours in this case, right? So very comfy rooms. All of them have their own private balcony, big shower area as well, with what we know as rain showers. They're very nice when you shower, very nice. So the bedding, again, 2 queens for 4 people, whatever the mix is, and the kings, 3 people. Then we have 61 superior rooms. Now we have categories, right? Or those rooms are the ones that look like bungalows. As I mentioned, they're rooms, right? Larger than the deluxe. Even the balconies are larger than, and also the difference too in the bathrooms is that each of those 61 deluxe superior rooms, offer the bathtub plus the shower area. The bedding is exactly the same, the amenities as well, but they're a little larger than the deluxe rooms. And also, you can join, the 2 rooms, the 2 queens. They have between the balcony and also into the room, they have a middle door. So in case if you have a family that would like to stay right next to each other, where we just open the doors and they can stay there, right? The kids and the 2 queens, and dad and mom in the queen size bed, king size, sorry. So you can see here with our model family here, so you can more or less see how big the rooms are, right? So they're pretty comfy. And again, as I said, 2 queens, 4 people, max, king bed, and the sofa, maximum 3 people. Now, in the tower number 5, which is the newer tower, we have 6 suites, right? So the suites are this, maximum 3 people. And also here, as you can see, the bathroom has its own beautiful big bathtub and the shower totally separated. And in the living room area, we have a little dining room as well and a little kitchenette. We have another full room. Of course, double balcony. Now, the culinary experience in this side of the hotel, and I will tell you what I say in this side, because we have another section, but this one is the main section so far, and this is what what we offer, which is our main buffet restaurant, Komorebi Teppanyaki experience, which is this restaurant that you see in the picture. So far, right now, is the only restaurant that our guests need to make reservations. We have a QR when they check in that they can copy in their phones with all the information about what's going on in the hotel, and also they can do the reservation of Komorebi with the phone. Otherwise, they choose dial 0 and they can do the reservation at the front desk. The sittings, they used to start at 6:30, but now because the hotel grew, now it starts at 4:30. So each hour, all the way up to 9:30, we have the Komorebi service. Media Luna snack bar, which is in the main area that I showed you at the beginning, in between the towers 3 and 4. We have 4 pools up there. 2 of those are for adults only, for example. Large pools, 2 for families. All the service of the snack bar from 11 to 7 p.m. Food and drinks with waiters. Of course, the people, they don't need to go up and down. They can stay down by the pools, and our waiters will serve the food. We have our garden with a food truck and Adelitas, which serves Mexican dishes, and 3 different nights also during our movie nights in the big garden that we have available. We offer also parrillada, which is like, grill, right? But it's not only beef, we also put fish and all kinds of different Mexican dishes for our guests. Then our Delta Pantry, which is an extra service that a signature service that Delta has for the Mario Bomboy members. In our case, is for all our guests. And it's the picture right here on the right. It's 24/7 service, everything but alcohol in that place. For alcohol, we have 7 bars. Like, for example, in the middle, you see our lobby bar that we also extend our service. It used to be from 11 to 11. Now it's from 8 in the morning to 11 p.m. And the other side, you see, which all our open buffet is beautiful right now because all the windows, show all the nature that surrounds the hotel. And Shaman Sports Bar, which opens at 6 p.m. and closes at midnight. And again, the lobby bar right in front of you. Now, the other section, which is across the street from our lobby, is our new Zafiro Tower. In the Zafiro Tower, we have other amenities. We have more bars, we have restaurant, we have our kids club, we have more pools. The ones below you see here are for family. The 3 triangles that you see here are also jacuzzis. And up in the roof, we have an adults only lounge pool. Pretty soon, a steakhouse, and in the right side we have Manolo's Bar, which is only for our adults. And in the other side, there is a little like a little room for small conferences or activities, and a beautiful terrace also for private events. So here in the tower, we have 80 standard rooms and 20 more suites, right? So that complements the whole product. As I said, we have another restaurant. We have below also Press Star, which is our family bar. In the other side, we have the kids club and also a coffee. It's called Coffee and Co. It's not a 24-hour place like the pantry, but it's from 7 in the morning all the way up to 10 p.m. And of course, the pools. And the service as well for food, snacks, and stuff outside the pools is done by Press Start from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And this is, I'm sorry, I didn't remember that I had a video, but this video here shows you the tower. This film was done during not a sunset. It was a sunrise because the tower faces the west, right? Part of the bay. You'll see a little bit of it through the video. So this is the main areas I was telling you. All the rooms were, of course, balconies, all of them. The roof, the pool, adults only. And this is the whole section. Just see how beautiful it is around it. So yeah, we're surrounded for a lot of nature. Here, yes, the standard rooms are smaller. The bedding is exactly the same. Two queens, one king. But again, the size, of course, a little smaller, but all the amenities as well. As you can see, with own private balcony. The king beds, in this case, they're a little different. The sofa is not as big for an adult. It's more like for a kid, right? So we suggest, in this case, yes, to adults and maybe a youngster, not an adult because the sofa in this case is not as big. But the suites are large as well. And the same as in the tower number 5, the shower in the main bedroom has its own bathtub and separated from the shower. And in the living and dining room area, there's another complete shower as well. Beautiful places with double balcony and amazing views of the bay. Again, just the services that we offer in the tower side, Salt and Thyme, which is our buffet restaurant, Carbon Steel, pretty soon coming our steakhouse, Manolo Tapas and Vinos, which is our adults bar, Organic and Co, our coffee shop right over there. Remember, in this case, it's not a 24-hour. And Press Start, which is the family bar that opens from 11 all the way up to 11 p.m. as well. So just to give an idea, this is the area of the coffee area in this case, pantries, coffee, chocolate, sandwiches, etc., water, pop, except alcohol, right? Salt and Thyme, which is our main restaurant. During the night, we offer also Italian nights, and pretty soon will be nights a la carte. And this is Press Start. We also have, big screens for the TV, to show all kinds of sports and also games for the kids. And this is Delta Camp, which is our kids club. The kids club works kind of a different way from others. Maximum time for the kids to be in the club is 3 hours. Mom and dad can't live, the area that they need to stay close by. Yes, they can enjoy, maybe the adults pool, but they can live, the areas, and they always have to be close to the kids. And right here, and our lazy river, this is the park, 7 swimming pools, the kids area with, water slides. This is again the lazy river, the spa, which is not included. The gym is no problem. You can enjoy it 24/7. No matter when the plane wants to go, they can enjoy it. And the beach club is 10 minutes away from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Food, drinks, activities, showers, all kinds of different amenities as well. And yes, we are pet friendly. 2 pets per room max, 20 kilos max. And this is, one of the pets that we have. His name is Valentino. So yeah, we're ready for you. Thank you so much, everyone, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carlos.
Sorry, I had to rush. Yeah.
I know. I saw you getting scared when my face popped onto the screen and you started going quickly. Never mind, we're good. We've finished in just about time. So I think today, guys, your presentations have been so good. We've had no questions at all. So everybody that's on this webinar, when you're going to get an email, the email address is names. They're all experts in your properties, so you're going to be expecting tons of bookings. Is that right, everybody? Give us a thumbs up.
I hope so.
Yay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we come to the part of the day where we test everybody. If you can all go to chat, make sure that your drop down says everyone. You see, this is confirmation, all these thumbs up, that all of these guys are complete experts now in your properties. Yep. So excellent stuff. Right, so Jade, you have a little question for us before you fire away. As a reminder for everybody, you are on this webinar live today. You get 1 prize draw point. If you answer correctly and you are the first person, you get 10 prize draw points. I still put you all in a spin to win, and I will let you know the winners tomorrow. I will do a follow-up, even though it's Good Friday. Don't you worry, because I'm still working. So Jade, what is your question, please?
Thank you. So my question today is, I would like to know on bed and breakfast, what is the cost of our agent rates, please, per person per night?
Oh, I remember this one.
Oh, we do have a correct answer. Oh, it's moving too quickly now. Kelly Gregory, 53.50 US dollars per person per night on bed and breakfast is correct. Amazing rate, and so many of you remembered that, so well done. Put it to use and come and see us.
Perfect. So, Kelly, you have your 10 points. Thank you very much. Natalia, do you have a little question for us?
I do. I didn't talk about it too much today, but our Harmony Wing, which is our adults only wing, I mentioned in my webinar, has been newly renovated. With how many rooms were newly renovated?
Um,
And someone said all. That is correct, but that doesn't answer the question of how many. All of the
Nice
Harmony
try.
rooms were renovated. I'm trying to find the person that got the number right.
What's the correct answer, Natalia?
Correct answer is 125 rooms. Oh, Natalie Parkin, you were the
Natalie,
first
yeah,
person to get that in. That is correct. All 125 rooms in Harmony were newly renovated. Thank you.
I think you're like trying to throw us off here with that question, but well done,
Well, Sarah, you
Natalie.
told me to come up with a new question, so that's the new
I
question.
know. Excellent. Well done, Natalie. You've got your 10 points. And Carlos, do you have a little question
Yeah.
for us?
Yes, of course, but just very quick before because I was cut off, remember that we have a nice price of 2 days, 3 nights, sorry, 2 nights, 3 days, all inclusive for two. So the certificate will be from one of you. And the question is very easy. What year did we start to work as Delta? Yeah, 21. Well, someone put 21, but yeah, it's valid.
Hang on. So
The first one put 21.
Natalie was correct, but she's also
Yeah.
already got a 10 points. So Sarah, Flynn, you are the person. So Sarah, you have your 10 points. Thank you, everybody. It's been lots of fun today. Lots of information out there. Great hotels for your families. So do bear them in mind and don't forget to log your bookings. So you can log them on all of these three hotels programs, the reward programs. Thank you guys. Thank you, Carlos, Natalia, and Jade. Your time's been amazing. And thank you everybody for
Happy
coming.
Easter. Thank
Happy
you.
Easter.
Thank you,
Exactly.
everyone. Happy Easter. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so
Thanks,
much,
everybody.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hasta la
Bye bye.
vista. Bye bye.